Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Hornets' Nest on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. I am Brett Taylor. Alongside me, Coach Farmer and Coach Fowler, back by popular demand. Thank you for helping us out here, guys.
Or desperation.
Hey.
Whichever.
It's crunch time, so we got to go with whatever we can get.
It was fun.
Yeah, y'all did a great job, I thought. We got our captains out here on the field for Westfield, and goodness gracious, y'all got a roster over there? Because I do
Seth Andrews, Neil O'Brien, and
Nathan
Rivers, I believe.
Nathan Rivers. So for Bethlehem Christian, who Westfield will be taking on here tonight, will be number 2, Ty Whiting. I cannot make number 8. That is Chandler Cavaretto. Number 4, Ben Reed. And number 50, is that 55?
5, yeah.
Number 55, Logan Garman. So those are the captains for both squads here tonight. We'll see who ends up winning the toss and what they elect to do.
The number 55, the Garmin kid's got good size. I know that.
They got a couple good players that have some size, and that's kind of coming from last week where Creekside had some big fellows. I don't know if you were up at the game, but
no, I was able to watch though. You guys did a good job, but yeah, they had a lot of good size, and playing this bunch from Bethlehem last year, they were pretty big up front last year. Isn't that right, Coach?
Yeah, they've had some good size. I remember them being pretty physical last year as well. So it looks like they're going to continue that trend of good numbers and good size.
So it looks like did Westfield win the toss? Westfield won the toss and deferred to the second half, I believe. So Westfield will be on defense to start the game, which is kind of the trend for the Hornets. They like to defer to the second half, which would be probably my pick in most seasons as well.
Mine 3.
I mean, I don't know why you'd want the football first, but hey, I guess if you're one of those teams that wants to get their offense out there. So welcome in. We'll be getting started here shortly. Again, Westfield taking on Bethlehem Christian. Westfield comes in, I believe, 6-1 on the season. They defeated Creekside Christian up in McDonough last week. And I believe that was 50-14, I think it was 50-14 last week. So the Hornets riding high ever since the second game of the season after they lost to Stratford, but won 5 in a row. So hopefully they can make that 6 in a row and head into a big region showdown next week against John Millage Academy.
Yeah, the danger here, and look, this is a pretty good football team, obviously. That Bethlehem's record, I'm not sure what it is, maybe 6-2 or something like that, 7-2. But they've got I don't know that they've played the same schedule we have as far as strength wise, but they've got a pretty good football team. The danger for us here is we can't be looking at John Millage next week. We've got to come in and ready for the team that's in front of us, be where our feet are, so to speak, and come out and play. And we have a quality opponent in front of us.
Right, absolutely. And as you mentioned, I'm trying to pull up the records here for both squads. Westfield comes in 6-1, 1-0 in the region.
I want to say one of Bethlehem's losses was to Thomas Jefferson in Louisville. And
Thomas Jefferson's undefeated, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are, I would say, bet the farm on them winning single A in our league this year. They split off into single A for playoffs.
Right.
They would be a contender in double A probably.
Right, especially with Gatewood not being what Gatewood has been.
It's Brentwood, Terrell, Gatewood, and that classification probably. Single A will be Piedmont and probably TJ, and I'd be willing to bet Thomas Jefferson will take care of business on that.
So we're about set for kickoff here. Jackson Slade will be doing the kickoff for the Hornets. And
the Knights look very Stratford-esque in their uniforms, don't they, Coach?
They used to wear navy blue helmets, and we'll change to the silver. Or as Stratford would say, the Confederate gray.
So
good kick.
Toe meets leather and kick down inside the 10-yard line. Taken right there. He's going to bounce it outside by the numbers and gets out across the 25-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10.
I think that's Trey Hardy on the tackle, 26.
Number 26, Trey Hardy on the tackle.
Bishop Smallwood, yeah. 25 is Trey, I believe.
25 is Trey. Yeah, looked like Bishop was in there.
Talked to Cameron Callback, which, by the way, good to see him back in action after his scary moment on the field a couple of weeks ago. But he's feeling well. He's in my study hall. I was kind of quizzing him today on what to expect, and he really said they're running a lot of the things that Coach Lane, who was here a couple of years ago, is still running a lot of the same things he always has. He said kind of watch out for number 5. He's a guy they move around a lot, maybe play some wildcat.
That's Josh Adams, the tailback.
He's starting at halfback right now, actually.
So 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line, and the quarterback
heavy this way.
They're going to hand the ball off backside, and Westfield does a good job, but still breaking tackles. Is going to give up about a 6-yard gain on the carry.
Yeah,
Seth Andrews getting over there making a tackle, moving pretty well for a trench guy. Yeah, he went pre-snap motion there, Coach Lane did. Pre-snap motion, then went back the other way, a pre-snap set. So,
and really, like you said, Coach, we were there, but I think he slipped the tackle over there.
Yeah, number 4, Ben Reed, leading the Knights of Bethlehem Christian at quarterback. You've got Chandler Cavaretto at fullback and Josh Adams at tail. And you've got, looks like two wide receivers, Going to hand the ball off to keeping it is number 4, Ben Reed, and a minimal gain, if any.
Luke White in there in the pile getting up.
And as we've seen all year, that's tough sledding in there on the Hornets. We've got, a lot of strength and a lot of size there up in the middle. Tough to run up in there on those guys.
So the starters for Westfield, we'll get a look at the starters here on defense for the Hornets. You've got the defensive backs, the normal crew back there. Number 2, Brody McDaniel. Number 10, Billy Jack Gregory. Number 25, Trey Hardy. Number 26, Bishop Smallwood. Then you got the Greer boys inside, and I'm not sure, is Cameron Calm back? Yeah, he's back. He's down there. So driving back to pass is Reed. He's going to be flushed, throws across the middle, catch made at about the 46-yard line, and that was number 2. That is Ty Whiting.
Smallwood on the tackle. They run a lot of these little crossing routes, and the quarterback just drifts. Max protected, and they did this last year too. They hurt us a little bit early in the passing game. We're able to eventually settle down and take care of business.
You don't see that 7-step drop action every day in small school, high school football. That was interesting.
And he's kind of fading away to his right. He's right-handed. I wonder if maybe pressure from the right might disorient him or whatnot. Giving the handoff here to the tailback. I think that's number 5, Josh Adams. Or was that number 8?
Bryant Greer on the tackle. Cole Miller involved, 62.
So number 5, Josh Adams on the tackle. 2nd and 8 for the Knights.
Just a sweep around their left side, around to our right. And again, he tried to cut it back up in our pursuit and our flow, run right into it. So,
if nothing else, the one thing that I love about both of y'all call numbers and names. Do a great job. Well, I have a hard time seeing.
We've watched these jerseys enough.
We have them memorized.
Right.
Hornets went with a little blitz. They kind of got a lucky call there.
That's a great play off the edge by Brady Greer, 30.
Yeah. So both of the Greer boys in the area, but Brady Greer makes the tackle there on the quick pitch.
Bethlehem a little lucky. They ended up running the quick pitch, and we had an inside blitz called, and if they had run something at the middle, it was going for a loss. So they had looked into the right play call, but it was a great individual play, like Coach said, by Brady Greer there. Now we end up 3rd and 9. So
yeah, I would keep my eye on again. It looks like Ty Whiting, number 2, the flanker, may be the go-to guy. Also number 11, Jay Fulford. But you've got 3 wideouts right now. Dropping way back, being pressured from the left side. Nobody getting coverage.
Somebody lost there.
We had a coverage mess up there.
That's number 18 who goes in for the touchdown, the tight end, Lawson Wooten, on 3rd down and 8.
I don't know if we were in straight man or zone, but something looked, obviously, there was a mishap in the communication with a corner and safety.
So, obviously, like you said, I agree, it's got to be some sort of mix-up from the defensive secondary, and Westfield gives up the early touchdown on the first drive of the game. They haven't done that a whole lot this year, giving up first drive touchdowns to
No, they haven't. In our defense, and Coach will adjust and get that fixed. But we weren't going to shut them out. They've got a dynamic offense. I can tell you from spending some time working with Coach Lane, he's going to be. It's all stops tonight too. So I'd expect to see trick plays and all kinds of things for us all said and done.
And he dialed up a scheme against us last year where he ran a single setback down the middle of the field, which was.
I remember a few that went, and you're kind of head scratchers where you're like. So we'll take a quick break before the kickoff here. Westfield gets the football. When we come back, you're watching Hornet football on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just want to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
And welcome back into the Hornets' Nest. Westfield trails early 7-0 to Bethlehem Christian time because 2 and 3. We could have given one of them like a 20
field on a return, so they didn't want to mess with that. But I'm telling you, here's where it's going to get interesting because they have to stop us, and they have struggled defending.
Blackman.
But, it does this goal guy good. It's, looks a little wing T-ish there on the jet sweep. So just cut it back up in there. I think we saw that a few times last year from Noah and Porter and that bunch, Walker Young.
Now Bethlehem's walked the linebacker up, so it looks like, they want to play out of an odd front, some 3-4 stuff.
So going to hand the ball up the middle. Is that Porter?
It is.
Looks like it's Porter. Looks like we're going to get either a face mask or a hold right there at the point of attack.
I know I saw the hand rake across the mask. I don't know if that's what they saw or not.
It came out quickly after contact was made, so you assume that's the call, but I think –
yeah, he's looking at the white jersey, so that should be –
that's an indicator.
Mm-hmm. Personal foul, yep.
I thought he was getting his
if you're going to blitz, if you're going to send linebackers in some sort of blitz, package or whatever you're going to do against us, you better guess right. Because we've got some guys that you give them a crease and they can go, including the quarterback.
The official looked like he was throwing it over his shoulder like a Continental Soldier there when he did the whole personal foul call. I didn't know what he was doing.
He was going to spin his rifle.
Sort of a sea bass in the game. Salt over.
Anyways, 1st and 10 for the Hornets after the face mask. Westfield back in the gun, going to hand the ball off to Porter. Porter cuts to the outside, breaks a couple tackles. He's still on his feet. He trips himself up at about the 7-yard line.
They'll get us for a hold, I think.
Looks like there is a ball knocked away. Pass just not there in time. And the ball gets knocked away. That'll bring up 4th down and 10. He had it.
Yeah, he was in that window. I'm sure Coach Robinson's probably going to be like, to our quarterback, say, you got to fire that in there a little more. That window opened up. But it's easy for us to say because he might have had guys in his face.
Well, that's one of those times where you got a receiver so open, you don't want to lead him out of having a completion.
I've told our quarterbacks that 100 times. If they're that open, throw it at him. But that might be one time he needed to lead him a little bit.
That's almost like when you got that cover 2 look on the outside and you got to hit it between the corner and the safety. You got to zip it in there, and right there he kind of lost it.
4th and 10, big play here.
Dropping back to pass. Kirkley flush to his left. He's got a lot of room. He's going to throw it.
Open, yeah.
And Powers gets the first down. It looks like inside the 11-yard line, and Westfield –
great vision by Kirkley there.
He kind of drew the defender in almost like an option play, drawing that defender and then threw it to 11. Hands off to Porter Falk. Falk can get a first down inside the 5. He gets down to about the 5. I think if Westfield hits about the 1-yard line, they can pick up a first down. But at this point, they might as well go ahead and punch it in.
I like the way you think. Trips this way now with the back on that side. Going to give it again.
Nope,
quarterback
fake the handoff. Kirkley.
Can he get the edge? Almost.
And he trips. He loses the ball, but it hit the ground. So it's going to be close to a first down.
It is close to a first down. Hard to see the spot way down here in this near corner, but
I think it's going to be close to a first down. We'll see if it is or not, but nonetheless, it'll be 3rd and short.
This is when it's easy when you're under center and you could just sneak it right here, but that's not what we do.
Wait up, you're not calling rocket sweep right here to in-motion man?
Not my choice. I got a little bringing in a little bigger package here. Got a Powers just dropped down the tight end.
So does Coach Robinson have a Jordan Davis over there on the sidelines he can send in from defensive line or like Georgia and Alabama do? Going to hand the ball off to Falk.
I think
is that Kalmbach?
No, it was Falk. It did.
It's a good run.
He just beats his way in there. He knocks the couple defenders and breaks the tackles and scampers into the end zone after the 2-yard run, and Westfield is a point away from tying it up.
That's a big answer. I mean, you get down early.
Well, considering you also have the 10-yard penalty, it puts you behind the chains there on first down, and you're able to pick up 4th and 10.
But again, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier with them. Will they be able to stop us? Everything they could have gone their way went their way, and we still managed to score. So
right
now we've got to try and play some defense, get the ball back, and get out in front.
It's just fun watching our quarterback. You don't see it a lot in our league. I mean, he sits there and he doesn't panic and lets it develop, and It's just kind of the new school of football. Not everybody can do that. He's pretty sporty.
It's always good when you're an athlete like he is, and he knows that, hey, if I got somebody coming right at me, I feel confident I can sneak away, and I don't have to be, like you're saying. Not that he's at this level, obviously, but Bryce Young at Alabama is kind of like that. He just sits back there. If somebody comes at him, he just kind of eludes them and keeps on looking downfield.
Well, man, if I had to practice against those guys at Alabama every day, whoever I was playing on Saturday wouldn't worry me much either.
That's true. I mean, people hate on Stetson. He's kind of like that too. He's got some shiftiness back there in the backfield at Georgia. So one thing that JT Daniel doesn't have.
I would be very, very hesitant to make a change at this point if I was Kirby.
Oh, man, don't jinx us, Coach.
I think
I'm trying to jinx us. I want the jinx happen.
I think you make the dictate.
Georgia's going to win it all. It's a gimme.
I think you make the play dictate whether or not you make a change. Until then, I think you're right. You kind of stick with it. Ball kicked down inside the 15. Covered it picked up at about the 10-yard line. Not going to get it. Well, he does. He gets better field position actually this time, almost to the 30-yard line.
The kid's got good speed. I didn't catch the number, but he got good speed.
Yeah, they don't have a kick returner. It looks like Coach Mr. Beelan down there said maybe 17. Maybe that was for our guys. I'm not sure. So return of 29 on the kickoff. Again, your score tied, 4:33 to go here in the first quarter. Big region matchup here between the Knights and Bethlehem Christian.
Made that tackle. Mr. Beelan told us 17.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
So, I guess no neutral zone.
There's 5. They said he was a weapon.
They bounced it twice. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm sure Coach will handle it, but they bounced that cutback off that zone scheme, bounced it twice on us.
So how much of this do you think is some new wrinkles that Westfield hasn't seen on film?
I haven't not seen the film. I mean, I'm sure that's just a stock running play that they run out of multiple sets.
Yeah. I just know that a lot of times teams will hold some plays back before they get into region play.
For sure.
Defense's hands there.
So, to me, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm telling my guys, let's look for screen or draw here. 3rd down and 22 inside their own territory. They're going to probably try to do something that's not going to put the ball in jeopardy. But,
when you're clearly, Bethlehem's the underdog, and when you're like that, you can't have those plays.
No.
And so, hopefully, we'll capitalize on it.
Sending a man in motion yet again. Bad snap again. They're going to flush to the left. Throwing it deep. And he catches it.
Yeah, it's in for the flag's down for interference too, but it's on us, I'm afraid.
Oh, they threw a flag on that?
Back here in the back.
Why is he throwing a flag?
I think he just looked around and said, maybe he was the one guy that might have been the one guy that was really kind of close to the play, I guess.
The back judge on that side should have been the one calling a flag. Goodness gracious.
I thought it. He did grab him, I don't know. But
yeah, that seems to be the new norm when you get 3rd and long. A lot of people, they just throw the ball up and hope for a pass interference.
It's a punt if they intercept it and if you make a tackle anyway.
Happened to Westfield last week. Westfield just threw it up deep in Creekside territory. Creekside caught it on like the 2-yard line or something and had terrible field position. So
that's a huge swing in momentum, though.
Yeah.
You got them stuck deep. Get a stop. We're going to punt. Get the ball close to midfield, maybe.
Even if you don't score, you swap the field position.
That's right.
So the penalty doesn't matter because the catch is made. 2nd down and 19. 2nd and 19. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. They're going to fake the handoff, keep it with Reed. Reed is sacked behind the line of scrimmage or tackle for loss.
Brady, Seth, Bryant in there.
I guess the Greer boys are twins, right? So they like to do everything together, including tackling the quarterback in the backfield.
Correct. Greer sandwich. That's what, Bruce did this last year to us defensively. He trades his tight end right before he snaps it because we like to flip our strength on defense.
Right.
And he caught us a couple times early last year switching before we could get lined up. He ran the play. But we're not flipping this year. I noticed we're just shifting with we missed a play right there in the backfield.
And missed another one. Number 5, gets out in the open field, and Westfield had him dead to rights. He's going to be pushed out inside the 5-yard line down to the 3, and the Hornets give up another big play.
They had a really good stalk block downfield by a wide receiver.
So it's 1st and goal on the quick pitch yet again, and as we mentioned, Westfield had him in the backfield, and 2 missed tackles later, he's inside the 5-yard line down to the 1.5. That was number 5, Josh Adams, on the play.
Ryan Powers ran him down. Little quick snap right here. It's neat, yeah.
Nobody over that center's head, and that goes in for the touchdown. And just like that, it looks like Westfield's going to get the football back with great field position, a big play, and then a big run, and Bethlehem Christian's in the lead again, 13-7.
It's playing a lot like it did last year. We gave up a couple of early scores. We were able to make some adjustments, and in the second half, I felt like we really kind of pulled away. But again, they've got to stop us too. It goes both ways.
Right.
So, kicker got a lot of height on that kick, man. I bet he's got a good leg from distance too.
So we'll stay here, see what the Hornets do on the kickoff return. They had a great return last time by Blackman. Excuse me, that was Brody, wasn't it? Brody McDaniel?
It was, yeah. Brody was
apologize for that.
Up back and caught it. You got to be careful here because the last thing that we need to happen is for them to try something tricky and jump on an onside kick. And
try to steal possession.
Yeah, and like I said, it's common knowledge that Coach Lane was here a couple of years ago, and that kind of thing was always, well, if he'd have stuck with it. But that's, maybe not. He had a better view than I did. That's about like my wife when I'm driving. She sees things better than me, she says. So
probably true. Just go with it, Coach.
I do.
Happy wife.
4 wide.
See him take a shot here.
They got 3 here to the near side and 1 to the right.
There it is.
They're going to take a shot deep. They got him beat.
Yep.
And a big reception there. Great pass. And that's Blackman, isn't it?
It is. And it's the same play they scored on right by the free safety.
That is tough to defend and when you want to play man. Because he hangs it up there forever, and you're not running with Noah.
And so Bethlehem had the lead for about 14 seconds. And Westfield comes right back and, well, they still have the lead technically, but Slade can connect on the extra point. It's a tie ball game yet again.
Yeah, it's kind of what I expected. I tell you, that he is dialed in on that particular play for sure.
So it's up and good, and the Hornets tie it up 14-all.
That just deflates the Knights a little bit. They got the big play. They're feeling good about themselves. They're thinking, man, if we can get a stop right here, get the ball back, and we just come out in one play, take the mo right back.
So the Hornets answer as quickly as you can without running the kickoff back.
Yeah, that throw was, he just turns it over. And so, it seems like every pass he throws is catchable. You get those passes sometimes that you can just tell they don't have touch on them. He's pretty special. And that guy catching it special. He's been making plays
absolutely.
all year.
And that's not the same ball he threw on the same play. Seems like the other night or a couple weeks ago against Gatewood, he hangs that ball up higher. That ball was thrown more on the line. So obviously he's the total package here for us at that quarterback.
So Jackson Slade in to do the kickoff duties yet again, and he's had a good few weeks for the Hornets kicking off, getting the ball pretty deep, and he does yet again inside the 15.
I like it. Try the other guy.
Brooks Barber getting down there. Good play,
Nice
Brooks.
play. Yes, sir.
So Brooks Barber with the big tackle on the special teams play, and Westfield
will be coming out with his hair on fire right here. These kids are competitive, man. We've coached them for seniors now. This is the first year we haven't been coaching them. Coach Farmer and I, and that group behind them too, and really all the way down. These kids are fiery competitors. Fun to coach.
Yeah, and they're gonna figure it out here. Luke White just stuffing it there at the point of attack.
And I love to see safety come up and make a tackle at the line of scrimmage. That's Brody McDaniel finishing the playoff.
So 2nd down and 7 now for the Knights. Westfield does a good job of kind of stringing that play out along the line of scrimmage. I tell you what, Josh Adams, he's pretty difficult to bring down on that first contact.
He's been impressive so far.
He's had the big run. He's had a couple of runs that probably shouldn't have gone for as much as they have. And the Hornets are very formidable up front defensively. So
the pressure is all on the Knights here. They know they've got to keep scoring.
This is going to be like a basketball on turf.
It's going to be some sort of trick thing coming soon, I bet.
So running the speed option here to the near side. And
something we probably haven't seen much of.
Yeah, that looked like that was just a numbers advantage right there, and no one there to fill the alley. He didn't even have to pitch right there. But again, that's probably formationally something that they are going to get some tendencies or adding something in.
It looks a little bit like the quick pitch, you know. You haven't seen it all night. You're thinking, okay, well, they just hit the quick pitch for a big play. So,
well, you know, years ago when I was kind of Coach Lane's, that's what he wanted to do. He was under center, and even though that was shotgun speed option, he was an option guy. A fellow by the name of J.T. Wall played for him at John Millage, running a lot of fullback.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
And welcome back inside the Hornets' Nest. Quick pitch here in Westfield does a great job. They just ate it up. That'll be a loss of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 14 now after the quick drop tackle for loss. Which one was that?
Brady Greer.
Brady.
No coincidence, too. That's right out of the quarter break. And Coach Kinsler probably said, okay, guys, here's where we're going to take this away. First play they run it, boom, take it away.
Yeah, that tackle, that offensive tackle just can't. He's not quick enough to reach Brady. Trying to reach block him, and Brady's just coming off the edge.
That right tackle is a big old guy, though. They got good size up front.
So rolling to his left away from his strong arm, and man got behind right there, and it is caught. That's number 2, Ty Whiting again. And in coverage over there was that Trey Hardy?
Bishop Smallwood.
Bishop Smallwood.
But, you know, little thing here is it's a good play on the tackle because they've got to earn it the whole way down the field. So
Coach Fowler, 67, is a big old boy. He looks like he might can.
I was kind of watching him and Cole go at it, and Cole, you know, kind of a monster in his own right. And I'm going to say that kid is 6'4" or 5, about, 280, 290? I mean, he's a big – am I exaggerating? I mean, he's a big boy.
Yeah. Yep.
So coming out in the gun, they're going to pull and run Adams to the left side. He pushes his blocker out of the way, and he's going to go to the end zone for a touchdown.
We got a flag on the ground.
There is a flag.
Probably going to be a holding.
And right now the Knights not going away. The Hornets have not been able to figure them out so far offensively. We do have a flag on the play at about the 14-yard line, 13-yard line. It's going to be a hold or a block in the back against.
They pulled the right guard, I guess, so he was flapping up in there. 51.
Arkansas State used to run that all the time against Georgia Southern. We never could stop. Always made me mad. This big lineman out there mowing over folks. Going to hand the ball up the middle.
That's a good play. That was
who was that?
18.
Cole Miller's in there. Cooper Avery.
Cooper Avery.
Calling back, getting off the ground, 44.
Cooper Avery folded in on that from his end spot, and I thought he made good contact. I don't know if he ended up making the tackle.
White was getting off the ground, too.
Yeah, I thought they picked up more than they did, but that was only a couple-yard pickup, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 3, we'll call it.
I think, talking about 4-down territory, of course, it's only 2nd down, but, they're definitely in go mode with what they've seen us do offensively, and they know they have to keep up, so.
That's, to me, where it's a little hard for these teams. Maybe if you feel like the people you're playing against may be better or whatever, maybe not. But when you're in gun and you only need 2 yards on 2nd down.
And running a quick pitch again and missed the tackle is Luke White, and a 1st down, I believe, for Josh Adams.
But, I mean, hey, they're in gun and executed it. What do I know?
5, talking to some of the guys in class, I kind of asked them, hey, give me a little preview of what we can see tonight so I can have something to say on there to make me look smart. And they said
Can't give away where you got it from, though, Coach.
I'd like to say it was all me, but I know better. But, yeah, they said number 5 was their guy. Kind of find where he goes. And
I will say this, Coach Fowler. I think there's a stark contrast from the quality of their O-line play this year than, Bethlehem's O-line is compared. They just look.
They continued with that tight end over.
Polished, or it looked like.
And the quarterback falls down, and Westfield does a good job.
Somebody came up and popped him.
Because he pulled backside guard and tackle.
So 2nd and 11. Well, 2nd and 10, we'll call it. At what point do you think you start committing more to the run game on defense, or do you stay pretty straight up, because they have hit you on a couple of pass plays down the field, so it's not like they haven't been able to throw the football.
Well, the first touchdown we blew a coverage, but every other pass they've hit, we had somebody there.
It was contested.
So
just got to make a play.
I think in the pass game, what you end up saying, obviously you got to stop the run. You can't give up on stopping the run, but in the pass game, you have to find ways to get more pressure. And I'm sure Coach Kins was like, well, if we can't cover them, we got to pressure.
There's some
so
there.
Sending some pressure here. Going to throw the flag pattern, and Westfield, incomplete, goes through the hands. Was that Powers out over there? No, that was
Brody McDaniel.
Brody in good pressure.
We're really lucky. 18's a tall kid. He's probably 6'2 plus. And we're really lucky in our defensive backfield. We have Brody, who's over 6 feet. We've got Ryan Powers, who's 6'3 or so. You've got Billy Jack. Get a
E group, Sonova Securities, Westfield Booster Club, the Westfield School. Whoa, I'm going way too fast.
That's right. I'll tell you. Let's see what he comes out in. He's showing that trip slip again. Coach Lane loved this flood stuff to the trip side when he was here. So that might be a deal where we're going to flood, maybe move the quarterback and run the flood.
I'm going to throw a quick pass out here to number 2, Whiting, and he breaks a tackle, and he's going to score. Wow.
Just a simple concept.
Very
much
effective.
to it.
Just kind of a stop route, I think.
I'm going to tell you something now. They got some guys because
they can run.
I noticed that, hate to bring up track, but at the region track meet in the spring, they had a lot of guys and a lot of length.
So your score now after the touchdown to Ty Whiting is 20-14. Bethlehem Christian on top of the Hornets, and the ensuing kick from Brady Logan, the kicker, here on the PAT. Snap is good, kick is up and high and good.
Our coaches are really upset with this official on the sideline over here about something. I'm not sure what they're saying, but
did somebody maybe illegal man downfield on a?
Was it a pick? Because it almost looked like a rub route.
He would have been the guy that they would have said something to, but now he's mentioned something to the white hat, and they're looking at.
Because you see, the guy that caught the ball.
Coach Hodges is the one that's upset.
Mm-hmm. And that, it's all in how that blocking receiver sells it.
Absolutely.
You run that route, get turned back to the quarter, put your hands up, and try to look like you're a pass receiver. You can sometimes sell it, but Clemson has always been really good at that. Not this year, but in years past.
I think that was the Renfro on the goal line to win it all, right?
Yep, to beat the Bama, a very good Bama team. Those 2 national championships between those squads was 2 of the best that we've seen game wise.
Yep.
Good kick.
So a good kick.
Did he outkick his coverage?
Yep.
Let's see.
Last time, remember what happened.
Get up in there, Ryan.
Kicked it to the wrong person. Ryan Powers bounces it to the outside.
Oh, come on.
Flag on the play.
That's got to be a flag on them.
Powers still breaking tackles. He gets upfield. He's at the 45, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. And there are flags everywhere. And we'll see what happens.
It'd take a Philadelphia lawyer to figure this out.
But we got our money's worth.
Well, Dean Massey was involved in the first flag, but he's indicating that it's not on him. We'll see. I did see a shove from the other player after the play was way past them, but that didn't get flagged. And I didn't see the flag in the middle of the field. I don't know what happened there. With all the cutbacks he was doing, it wouldn't shock me if they got us for a block in the back. That usually is something that kind of happens, sometimes unintentionally.
There's nothing you can do about that.
We gotta
be careful to settle down. Which I know our coaches will settle them down.
So we will await the word from the officials on what happened.
I think they're honoring our state championship softball team at halftime tonight.
Yeah, 5 in a row. I think it's officially a double dynasty here.
It really, it's kind of neat. We obviously got a change in coaching staff and
holding on
one's
Westfield.
on us.
Personal foul on and a block in the back. So
they're
they
all
offset.
set.
We're going to re-kick. Re-kick or take the result of the play? Let's take the result of the play.
I say take the result. I'm good.
The
softball.
I'm sorry, Coach.
That's all right. The softball deal is
kind of a changing of the guard from last year.
It is. Not only the coaching staff, but you've got a couple of holdovers, no doubt. Obviously with Sydney and Marina, and
right.
A couple of those sophomores played some last year, but they didn't all play last year, and a lot of those freshmen played a lot this year. So it really was the changing of the guard. But let me tell you something: when you're lining up against a team that's winning a state championship, and they went 25-1. And they're losing one player. I know Marina's a significant loss. I'm not taking anything away from her because she is a fantastic player and leader.
She's probably been the best out of all of them that they've had, in my opinion.
You're getting everybody back, including the pitcher that's thrown numerous no-hitters this year. It's got to be tough. It's got to be tough.
Well, and here's the thing. You've got to give credit on both sides of that, and I don't want to butcher Coach's name, so I won't try. I'll let you do that, but Coach
Brock Van Fossen.
Yep. The work that Coach Camp did with those girls.
Oh, sure.
And then to transition in the way he inherited that program, and a lot of coaches maybe wouldn't have been able to duplicate, and he just went 25-1 or 26-1.
Right.
So
credit to them.
Just 26-1.
Let me tell you though, Bethlehem just came out on the positive end of that re-kick.
Right.
That's a 6-point, 80-yard difference.
And I was kind of shocked that they rolled the dice twice and kicked it deep again.
So got it into the end zone right there. Westfield will start at their own 20-yard line.
Now watch us take it to the house right here. That'd be something.
I'm predicting a run play. Housing a run play.
Well, we're showing 2 back, which we have been mainly 1 back all night.
Is it Kalmbach or is it a receiver? Looks like it's a receiver.
Oh, it's Noah Blattman. He made a great cut to get
But
what
it was,
he got.
sweep principles. It's just like the old tall sweep, but out of gun. I mean, he had that near back pulling around.
So 2nd down and 3, we'll call it. Pick up a 7 on the play. But back to the softball real quick, just for a moment. I know we're in a tight ball game here, 21-14, but I mean, do you see? Does it taper off any? I mean, they have got studs.
The freshman class is loaded.
It's at the point where you're getting residual talent.
Right. I mean, rolling to us right here, Kirkley, looking to make a man miss, and he does. He runs upfield, and he still needs to protect the ball, but he's still got it. And he gets out of bounds around the 47-yard line. No, 44, they're going to say. So 1st and 10. But, yeah, I mean, it's just success breeds success for the softball program, and 5 in a row. And I don't know what the record is, if there is one in GISA, for consecutive state championships.
We were talking about that the other day at lunch with some of the teachers and coaches. We don't know what it is, but there's been some teams in the past that have
I know Pinewood won 4 in a row, 3 or 4 in a row, right before the Lady Hornets won their first.
I would say it's definitely a record in softball. I don't know about across all sports, but I'm telling you, I mean, with Sid coming back, I mean, you look good for the next 2 or 3 years for sure. I would think at least being in the conversation.
Right. I'm gonna start calling the softball program here at Westfield the Dallas Cowboys there in the '90s, where they went from Barry Switzer and Jimmy Johnson and just kept going.
It was Switzer, Johnson, and
forget who else.
Johnson, then Switzer, though, I think, and then forget who the next guy was.
But it's not easy. I mean, you got talent, but it's not easy to go through a coaching change, especially from what I've heard, and I'm sure everybody's experienced the personality differences between Coach Camp and Coach Van Fusen. Is that
Fossen? Yeah.
Fossen. Yeah. Probably not the same type of approach, but they both got the job done.
It's not, but you know, I actually had this conversation with Coach Camp after he left, and you know, you got to be true to who you are.
Absolutely.
Coach Van Fossen couldn't pull off the camp impression. He couldn't
there's not many people that can do that.
Well, and it goes the other way too.
Right.
And who's to say which way is?
No, and
it's obviously not the only way.
I think if you're authentic, that's all that really matters.
Absolutely.
Coach Camp is in the house tonight, by the way. His daughter is a senior cheerleader, and I saw Coach Camp and his wife Sky earlier.
If you are an authentic person, I think that's what matters most with kids. And throwing that out.
Come back.
And he's just going to tuck it up, doesn't pick up, but maybe 2.5 or so.
Thought he might have had another 5 if he cuts that back inside.
Yeah, Bishop Bishop going to pick his teammate up here, but he was kind of frustrated
a little shaken up.
I think Bishop was wanting Noah to cut inside of him. He was working that guy outside.
Harper Shelton in to replace Noah for a player or two.
Who's 52 for us?
That's Hudson McGee.
Golly.
Big old boy.
Hudson is on the Andrew Fowler eating plan. Andrew's still going to listen. He's probably
is he on the Andrew Fowler growth spurt plan too?
Yes. Let's hope so.
And he has become a really good football player.
Ball got tipped to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good play right there by. I didn't see the number. Number 8 was there, and then there was the other player on the other side. Is that 18? Lawson Wooten. I think it was knocked it away. So 3rd and 8.
Andrew doesn't get to listen live because he's at college and Friday night, got
living
plans.
a dream.
But he does listen the next day. He told me a while ago he was going to listen tomorrow. And
he's at Southern, right? So he's probably at El Sombrero or Dos Primos or
Social
somewhere.
But he does listen the next day and enjoys the broadcast. So thank y'all for doing that. Misses high school football. Told me that today, how much he just missed playing. And just being with his teammates,
Kirkley breaks off a tackle, loses the football, and we'll see who has it. Bethlehem acts like they have it,
and
they do. 14's got it. He comes out of the pile. That's Elijah Goddard, excuse me. So there's really a big play in the game. Neither has been able to stop one another, and Westfield coughs it up on a turnover.
We've got to bow our neck right here to get a stop. I mean, our defense has got to step up right here. They're certainly capable. We've got to either get a turnover right here or stop them and force a punt.
So 5:37 to go here in the quarter, and Westfield trails by 7, and Bethlehem Christian has the football on their own 49-yard line after a huge fumble by Hunter Kirkley.
Fighting for those extra yards and pretty big hit in there. Knocked it loose.
So looks like this is going to go against Bethlehem. Looked like that left guard fired off the ball, and
we jumped a little early too. I'm not really sure.
I think they were trying to go on 2, and the left guard didn't know the snap count.
It could go. Yeah, left guard certainly jumped, but yeah.
I think it's going to go against
the Knights.
We'll see. Nope.
Wow. Yeah, I thought.
Wow.
I don't. That's tough.
Wow.
That's splitting hairs on who jumped first. Normally that goes against the offense if you can't really tell.
The guy on our sideline was adamant that he saw our guy move first or induce the jump or whatever you want to call it. But
that doesn't matter at this level. If you jump,
I guess you're right.
I mean that shouldn't matter. Let me say that should not matter. It's not college.
Stick right there.
That's a good play by Brady Greer's in there.
Got a little bit of
Bishop, I believe.
Extracurricular.
It's physical on those type of plays.
Uh-oh.
Because they went like quarterback ISO, and they get an extra blocker because they're running the lead with the full and tail blocking, or it might have been kick out. Power football. Coach, how do these teams practice all of this? The game's changed. You got spread and power, and
I was talking about that with some folks this week. Just.
There's quick pitch. We have it. We lost contain.
And Adams just bounces it. He strings it.
Tackle made by Luke White.
Westfield strung it out a while, but as you said, eventually lost contain. And right now, Westfield doesn't have an answer defensively. 4:42 to go here in the second quarter, and Westfield.
Brady Greer coming off the field, and Dean Massey went in.
Westfield needs to try to figure out how to get a turnover of their own. So
well,
first and 10 inside the 30.
We've said it. I think we said it last time we were on air, but Dean Massey is a football player now. So I promise you, if he has a chance to hit somebody, he's going to bring all he's got.
So Reed in the shotgun. And they're going to run it again to Adams. Adams gets stuffed. He spins off, and Westfield
shot there to get
tracks
the
him
edge.
down. Good job
Luke
right
White
there.
in there, Tanner Roberson.
We did a good job on the edge there to force that
back.
back into the guys that Coach is naming.
Right, so maybe even a loss of a little bit on the play. Second down and 10.5, we'll call it. The Hornets have to figure out how to turn this away and see if they can't go down and get a score.
See, on this drive now, up 7, I think the field goal is in play. I mean, you get down to a situation. If we can get a stop here.
Yeah, it's a two-possession game at that point if you can convert.
Well, I don't know what kind of range your kicker has, but I'm just going to guess he could probably hit from about 40, which means they need to be probably about 5 more yards to get a shot. We're moving, trying to flip our strength.
And they throw it to the tight end, number 18, and that is Lawson Wooten, and he picks up a first down.
Coach Lane dialing up some interesting schemes. Brett, you talk about something you might not have seen. That might have been one that we haven't seen. He went in motion, and the guy in motion just runs an out.
So first and 10 inside the 15 for the Knights.
I know they have caught everything thrown at them.
That's true.
So first down and 10, getting close to 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Westfield trails, and Reed going to run the quarterback.
And got stuck.
Yeah, he got pounded right there.
Luke White. Yeah, Tanner's improved as a defensive lineman over the last 2 years.
He has. You reckon he had anything to say at the bottom of that pile, Coach?
Probably so.
He's always got – listen, I was – in class today, we're taking a test. In the middle of the period, I hear somebody in the hall start singing an Adele song at the top of their lungs. And I said, who was that? And the kid said, oh, that's Tanner.
That's funny. So he's one of those that doesn't shut up?
He has always got something to say.
And
usually it's pretty funny.
Right.
Very dry, witty.
So Westfield trying to turn away. Speed option again. And Adams loses his footing.
We were there. That play wasn't going to get much further anyway. That was one of those, I'm going to fall down before I get stuck, because Brady Greer was literally in the crouch to unload.
So 3rd and 8, probably the biggest play of the game so far.
I agree.
Third down and 8, right around 2 minutes to go in the first half, and the Hornets desperately need a stop here.
And Coach Lane's got an interesting decision to make here, because obviously we can score quickly. He may want to score, but if you're saying you're in field goal mode, you may run the ball and try to maybe get close and go 2-down runs and run some clock.
I was just checking that. He's got all of his, or at least 2 of his timeouts.
But if you go incomplete and you give Westfield the ball back.
So Reed going to drop back, looking to throw across the middle, and it's a touchdown.
He just threw a
on
seed.
The post.
Powers was in decent coverage. He just
Coach
threw a dog.
Kensler's not happy about something.
And Westfield now trails 27-14 after the touchdown pass. That was just a good pass right there from Reed. And I think that was to Fulford, Jay Fulford, the split in. And he just beat Ryan Powers to the inside right there and able to get the throw away before contact's made. The kick is up and good. And just like that, a 2-score difference with 1:31 to go in the first half. And Westfield's in danger of going down 2 scores. If you can score quickly, or they are down 2 scores, they're in danger of going to the half down 2 scores. If you can score quickly here, get the ball coming out of halftime, you're still kind of back on schedule, if you will.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of what we do. And their decision going into the half, I mean, your choices are obviously, put the foot on the gas and try to get a quick one.
I think you got to.
Or, you could take it in the half, regroup, come back, getting the ball back.
They got 3 timeouts, though, so they can stop the clock.
They have 3 timeouts, yeah. It'll depend on the return. If we get a return out near midfield, 40-plus, I would think we're definitely in go mode.
Yeah, I think right now Westfield just needs to settle down and obviously they're going to try to go into the half and make some adjustments defensively especially. But your offense really hasn't been stopped. You've kind of stopped yourselves.
Yep, the fumble kills you.
So just
the fumble's the difference in the game.
Yep.
I mean, bottom line.
And they go deep again. You're playing with fire sometimes because he's got room right there between him and the defenders.
So now you need to just have solid blocking. Ryan Powers tries to stop. He cuts back across the grain.
And we blocked him into him kind of. Bryant was working hard.
Still great field position, but I think he gets it if he comes here to the near side.
If he comes near side, he may get across. Who knows how far he gets. But we're still in, 42-yard line. You're minute 20. You got one timeout in your pocket, but the way we can throw the ball – and the quarterback can run it. That's a lot of times you get in this situation and the defense gets in some sort of deep coverage and you drop the pass, and next thing you know, your quarterback's breaking a long one off. So,
yeah, you got one timeout here, so I definitely you could run it a couple times, but you don't want to run that clock down too far.
I know we have a NASCAR package in. He can call everything from the line, so.
Hands the ball off to Porter Falk, so not a whole lot to do there. Looked like there was a little bit of an exchange issue. Does pick up a couple. 2nd and 8.
Coach Hodges kind of urging them to hurry a little.
Yeah, they've got to get back to the line of scrimmage. We're almost right at a minute.
Yeah, the call's in, so we're ready to go.
And Bethlehem's got to be careful. You've already given up some deep plays to Blackman.
So throwing the crossing pattern to Ryan Powers. He's going to cut back across the middle and splits the defense a little bit there, gets past the 40, and that should stop the clock at 47 seconds.
You can get a play in right here quick, or you can spike the ball, and either way. Looks like they're going to try to get a play in.
And they haven't started the clock yet.
They should wait on the
just
chains.
Now getting the chain set so the clock starts. They need to snap it, and they do. And they're going to throw here short.
Yep. Good.
Wow. And that's perfect because that gets you out of bounds, stops the clock, and
you're just
close
short of
to a first down.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 1 or so, but that's kind of irrelevant at this point.
Right. You're more concerned about the yardage getting down the field. You're inside the 35-yard line, and this would be so important for the Hornets if they could score.
Screen. Got Falk on
got
the
a block.
Get out of bounds, Porter. Okay.
But you still got a timeout here, so 31 seconds. Good play call right there by the Hornets, and they are going to burn the timeout, it looks like.
No,
they're not. They're going to stop the clock because of the first down.
Or he may have something he wants to call.
So still 31 seconds to go. Looks like Westfield's set, ready to go, and they're going to snap it. Looking to throw. And they're going to throw, and it's intercepted. Wow!
Into the end zone.
And they had Blackman over there, or number 2. Is that Brody McDaniel?
Yeah.
They had Brody McDaniel over there wide open. Wow.
I think it's hard to say what the quarterback saw, but I think he kind of zeroed in on Powers a little bit there and didn't see the backside linebacker had floated into the middle of the field.
Coach Robinson's obviously unhappy. You wonder, was that some type of zone scheme where the linebacker drop was a little different? Who picked it off, 67?
It's hard to say. I don't know.
No, not 67, 57, I think.
Yeah, 57 I thought might have been the guy. And obviously Bethlehem will be very content to go in 28-14. But I'm going to tell you, I have absolute confidence that we're going to come out, get the ball, come down and score. And because they haven't stopped us yet, and I guarantee you we'll make some great adjustments defensively.
There hasn't been a punt in the football game, has there?
There has not been a punt.
No, Westfield's got to figure out a way to get back in the game. Had a couple opportunities there go awry, and right now they go to half down 2 scores, 28-14. Your score here at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come back with keys to the second half, and look forward to. We'll wrap up the first half and go keys to the second half when we come back right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I need 3 uncorked slushes. Adding strawberries to the sangria. Order up. Sonic uncorked slushes, ready for pickup.
I have 4 grandparents who are still living, and I realized after some research that this was the best way I could protect them and the community at large.
As a physician, I feel it's important to get them vaccinated for the masses to prevent overcrowding of our ICUs.
I got the vaccine to protect myself and also to protect my mother.
I would ask people, when you consider getting vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus, not only consider your own risk stratification, but also your role in the community.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's one act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Tri High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice. I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
Okay, take your order. 2 Sonic grilled cheeseburgers.
I'm on it.
Order up.
Sonic grilled cheeseburger ready for pickup.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I need 3 uncorked slushes. Adding strawberries to the sangria. Order up. Sonic uncorked slushes, ready for pickup.
I have 4 grandparents who are still living, and I realized after some research that this was the best way I could protect them and the community at large.
As a physician, I feel it's important to get vaccinated for the masses to prevent overcrowding of our ICUs.
I got the vaccine to protect myself and also to protect my mother.
I would ask people, when you consider getting vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus, not only consider your own risk stratification, but also your role in the community.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's one act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Tri High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees, and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice. I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 2 Sonic grilled cheeseburgers.
I'm on it.
Order up.
Sonic grilled cheeseburger ready for pickup.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I need 3 uncorked slushes. Adding strawberries to the sangria. Order up. Sonic uncorked slushes, ready for pickup.
I have 4 grandparents who are still living, and I realized after some research that this was the best way I could protect them and the community at large.
As a physician, I feel it's important to get vaccinated for the masses to prevent overcrowding of our ICUs.
I got the vaccine to protect myself and also to protect my mother.
I would ask people, when you consider getting vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus, not only consider your own risk stratification, but also your role in the community.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's one act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Tri High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
Hi, welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? 2 Sonic grilled cheeseburgers.
I'm on it.
Order up.
Sonic grilled cheeseburger ready for pickup.
I chose to get the vaccine because I did not want to risk getting sick myself and taking that virus home to my family or to my elderly grandparents.
My mother and grandmother are cancer survivors, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm as safe as possible.
I did it for my family, to keep them safe and to keep me safe.
There is a choice now, and I chose to make that choice for my friends and my family.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities. Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
Welcome back into the Hornets' Nest. Westfield trails here at halftime, 28-14. I'm Brett Taylor. Alongside me, Coach Ken Fowler, Coach Rhett Farmer. Guys, just a kind of a recap from the half and what Westfield needs to do coming out here in the second half, try to get things righted right now down 28-14.
Well, the good thing is Westfield's getting the football, and obviously they're not in any way really, kind of in panic mode because they've been their own worst enemy. I'm sure the coaches said, look, we're moving the ball. Nobody's punted. We haven't punted. And let's just take care of the football, go score. We're going to get stops. The defense is going to make adjustments. Because of the way we've played lately, it feels like 28-14 is just some sort of, huge mountain in front of us. But all it is do what we've done right here, get a touchdown. They're going to get it back, get a stop. And we're right there. I mean, that's it. So it can turn around really quick. And then, that, like we said all first half, momentum's kind of funny. And it really kind of, other than for about 5 minutes, it's kind of stayed on the other sideline the whole half. So,
well, two big turnovers in the game, obviously, with the turnover there at the end of the half on the interception, and then also the fumble earlier, which allowed for the separation in the two scores. But right now, Westfield, like you said, it really needs to bear down here on the kickoff and try to get a good return, and that'll be fielded and brought out up the field. Ryan Powers, again, they're playing with fire. He's out to the 45-yard line yet again.
And correct me if I'm wrong, didn't they go with some earlier shorter kicks in the game? Yeah, I don't know if that was a
kicks.
little squib they tried earlier. I don't know if that was, an attempted onside or something, unintentional. But I would think it would not be unintentional.
That would be the only highlight for Bethlehem that I could say, or to highlight that I could say was a negative for them, has been their kick coverage so far. But other than that, they're gone towards their game plan pretty much the whole way. Hand the ball off. No, fumbled in the backfield, and Bethlehem has it. The mesh point is not good for the Hornets.
The deflating thing there is you just lost your advantage you have.
Obviously, they weren't on the same page. You see Hunter Kirkley talking to Porter Falk. They weren't on the same page on the mesh. I don't know if he was trying to pull, leave, or –
so it was a power play of some sort.
Yeah, because we did pull people.
I think we pulled both guard and tackle.
But obviously, it still could have been a read. You might have been reading the end that was getting in the hip pocket.
Well, let's see here what the defensive adjustments are for Coach Kinsler coming out, and we'll know early on here. I mean, all is not lost if we get a stop, obviously. And we might have – nope, they got the offense on that one.
I don't think we went –
Yeah, far side referee saying that was them.
Yeah, that's you're trying to go. You're trying to go on too, but yet you move. You wonder if he thinks, can he not move us in the trenches? Is he trying to slow us from moving upfield or slow our get-offs? That's typically why people go on two.
It seems a little silly to try to go on two. You've had some offensive success.
Does to me.
All you're doing there is increasing the chance of you going backwards 5 yards.
But they've moved the ball all night.
So we'll see what the Hornets can do here. A favorable first down and 15. That's a penalty goes against Bethlehem. And in the backfield right there, that's Luke White.
Yeah, he just got a huge push upfield. And
they pulled his guard. And he got in his pocket, if we've already mentioned.
2nd and 18 now.
And Luke is a bigger guy. He's probably 215, 210, 215, but he really, really has an explosive first few steps.
So these are the type plays that Westfield has to take advantage of here. They cannot allow another big play down the field to continue this drive for Bethlehem.
Saw Luke at lunch today, and he said he was ready to play.
So 2nd down and 19, we'll call it. Send a man in motion. Balls on the ground for them. And
Luke White again in the backfield.
Pretty good job right there by Adams. Could have been worse. Picked up a couple, actually. Josh Adams on the run.
Avery
got a man down.
Bishop Smallwood. Cooper was in on the tackle. I think Seth was over here.
Maybe a turned ankle.
Have y'all seen that video of that defensive player in high school where he timed the snap so perfectly he caught the sweep pitch?
I did see
Holy cow, that was so awesome.
Reminded me of some of my speed back in the day.
Yeah, you did have some speed, I remember.
The round man of touchdown.
It was 185 in high school, Coach. 185.
Were you a wrestler?
Was not.
Not?
Well, I was pretty much the king of the Macon County Trampoline Wrestling League.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys were in those leagues, but I was getting after it pretty good. Little tag team champion action.
Wow. Did y'all have belts? Rolling away, throwing across the middle of the field. Ball is almost picked off. And Ryan that's Billy Jack Gregory.
That was a good play by Billy Jack. I mean, he played the ball. I thought he almost picked it off.
And that goes without saying, that is a huge stop for the Hornets.
Well, it starts with Bethlehem Christian shooting themselves in the foot, going on 2, getting the 5-yard penalty. But then Westfield takes advantage, forces some plays in the backfield, tackles for loss, and now you have 4th down and 17, and the Hornets
they're coming after
get the football back.
First punt in the football game. Good snap.
Get it. Straight up.
Wow.
That's going to be an advantage. I don't know if we got a hand on it.
I think he did. I think the white hat flicked his hands. He didn't rough him, though.
Brooks Barber, special teams guru tonight.
I tell you what, the Greer boys are really hyped up down there. He almost could have taken the football off his foot.
I'll tell you what, it's too bad we don't have the stats here in front of us because I think we just got the ball back exactly where we dropped it before.
That's crazy.
After, we've lost, a little under 2 minutes, and that's all we've really lost in that deal.
No harm, no foul.
So 1st and 10 for the Hornets, and again, just need to crisp some things up here for the offense. Going to hand the football off to Porter Falk. Falk up the middle, picks up 6 on the play. Second down and 4.
I like what I saw there from Porter. A lot of contact, running through contact on that play, yards after contact, the old yak.
Right.
Just cradling the football, 2 hands. Possession is key right here. As long as we've kept possession, we've scored. Our problem is the 2 fumbles.
Yep.
Rolling out, going to come back left, throwing over the top, and nobody there. Out of bounds.
Smart play. Just get rid of the football. Nobody's there. He might could have scrambled, but he wouldn't have got – I don't know that if he got back to the line of scrimmage, leaves you in 3rd and manageable.
So 3rd down and 4.
Went with that mesh scheme on that play, where he drags the – second guy from the sideline underneath. That's been a really good scheme for us this year. Surprising that we've hit that a lot. Almost hit it kind of when we want it, but we didn't get it in.
I wouldn't mind seeing some sweep action to Falk here, maybe a little quarterback option to run. Well, they're going to throw it. There's the tunnel.
Ooh, that's not looking great, but he pops out of it. That's a surprise, and he gets upfield, first down yardage. It wasn't developing very quickly. Ball was actually kind of thrown and led him back towards behind the line of scrimmage, which you want that to be behind the line of scrimmage. But
somebody's that's
Noah's kind of beat up a little.
He got a little beat up, and his helmet did come off, so he's got to come out of the game for at least a play.
But that was concerning to me, the way that was developed. But he did a good job of getting that field and picking up positive yardage and enough for the first down and then some.
He's just so explosive. Ran through an arm tackle.
I thought they were maybe going to swing it out here to the near side to Porter, but they're going to give the handoff here to Porter. Porter bounces it, gets to the outside. Good block right there.
Stall block by 25, Trey Hardy.
That's Trey Hardy. Good block by Trey Hardy on the outside, and Westfield moving the ball yet again.
Porter is carrying the ball differently than he has in the past. He's got that ball tucked high and tight. I know Coach Fitzpatrick told me that he had taken a personal responsibility of making sure that he worked with all of our backs on some of that ball security stuff, and you can see it there. Good job of swapping arms with the ball, too.
Porter Falk has been very good this season about holding on to the football. He has had a couple.
Look at that block by Luke White.
Get in. He got in.
And
yes, sir.
Touchdown right there for the Hornets. What an answer.
Good run, and Luke White had a massive block.
So Westfield able to get great field position on the really poor punt by Bethlehem Christian, and they're able to take advantage. A big pickup on 3rd down and 4 for Noah Blackman, and then Porter Falk takes care of the rest on the next 2 plays, guys.
Well, yeah, it's a great series on offense right there. Of course, any team, you feel like if you can run the football, you can win games. And we went on the field pretty quick. I think not even a minute and 10 seconds or so of possession after a few runs and a throwaway. Was the kick good? It was close. It was good. But, what's going to happen now? Well, last possession, we looked really good on defense. They went backwards.
Right.
So if we've made that adjustment to kind of slow down, take away the things that were working for them in the first half, we may see this game turn right now.
And, that's the important thing, especially if they had been throwing wrinkles at you that wasn't on film. Now you've gotten a half to get used to it. Now you got to try to come up with some stuff.
Adjustment to stop it.
Well, when you've coached in that game across town or across the county for so many years like he did, there's like you said, there's not going to be a whole lot of stuff that he hasn't seen, and he brings a lot of experience from the defensive side.
I don't think any stage would compare to those games, so I'm sure he's pretty relaxed. You just want your guys to execute.
That's a coverable kick, which is good.
And a great job right there on the kickoff. But I tell you what, he's as intense here as I ever saw him. I mean, he doesn't change a whole lot.
And that's why he's had the longevity that he's had. I mean, competitor is a competitor, and whatever you're playing for.
If Tiger Woods was in the money game at the Old Perry Country Club on Sunday afternoon, I bet he'd play pretty well there too.
Hey,
sometimes a competitor is just a competitor. That's
Yeah,
like
there's
Coach,
no doubt.
Listen, there was more than once I think I almost had to tackle Coach Farmer this year in the middle school football game,
That
yelling,
doesn't surprise me.
yelling at his defense.
We're not playing for tiddlywinks now.
For
There's a scoreboard.
Scoreboard's on.
For the times I've seen him up in the coach's box during football games, that does not surprise me. Adams with the handoff.
That's a good job by Brady Greer coming up, making a good.
We got Harper Shelton in action.
Setting the edge right there, too.
I think they just got us for an unsportsmanlike, and that's really a.
And Coach Kinsler's disgusted.
I don't know. I can't hear what's said. I don't know. But all I saw was a get up and a pump of the arms like, yay, we got a way to play kind of thing.
That's not a good outcome there for the Hornets because they made a heck of a play.
It's
and
frustrating.
You hate to take away the excitement of the game, but
we don't know what was said or we can't see the bottom of the pile, but it is unfortunate because we're looking at 2nd and 10, and now they've gone 2nd and 10 from the 25, and now we got a 1st and 10 from the 40.
So here's another moment of adversity for the Hornets. They've got to try to overcome and get back in the game. 28-21 your score, 8:25 to go here in the first.
This is a set they have not
Quarter.
shown. They went over.
Yeah, I think that he had his hand in the ground.
Yeah, he did, and I think they got away with that. But they, I think Coach Lane saw it and called timeout.
So we'll take a quick break. Westfield strikes back here the first part of the third quarter. Your score 28-21. We'll get the rest of the third quarter when we come back right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary art, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's one act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing home.
Welcome back into the Hornets' nest. 1st down and 10 for Bethlehem. Going to run the quick pitch out to the outside, and Westfield is all over. Greer stuffs Adams.
Bishop Smallwood coming up. Cole Miller flowing down the line at the point of attack.
I can tell you one of the things Coach Kinsler has done to adjust. In the first half, Coach Lane was trading his tight end before the snap, and we weren't taking our strong side and flipping it over to where the tight end was in the formation. We were kind of staying that way and just shifting. I noticed on that play, the tight end traded, and we switched in a hurry with him.
Well, and he always talked about it. And you've got time.
He burned it. They burned us a little bit last year doing that early, but we're switching now. And you get Cole Miller, who's probably nothing no slight to anybody else, one of your best defensive linemen, especially at the end. It's tough to block down on that joker.
So rolling, throwing out,
find the ball.
and
overthrow. Yep.
Ball overthrown out of bounds. Looks like Billy Jack Gregory in
step
coverage.
for step right there on him.
So the mentality maybe shifted a little bit for Westfield. Obviously, some adjustments have been made. It's 3rd and 11, and other than a penalty, the Knights have not really been able to pick up any steam on offense so far in this first part of the third quarter.
That was nice that Harper Shelton gives us some depth. He came in and played some, I guess it was safety for Bishop.
Looks like Bishop has got his ankle taped up now and ready to roll.
Got to rub some dirt on it, man.
Strength in numbers. Got to have that depth, especially this time of season.
Big play here, though. Make a positive play, get the ball back.
I don't know if they were set.
Yeah, the quarterback rolls out, looking to go on the flag pattern. Looked like it was a push-off, but no call. And that's going to be a catch down to the 31-yard line.
Good throw again.
Now Trey Hardy's coming in the ball game.
He pushed off to create some separation there. But it is what it is. They didn't call it, so you got to roll with it. 1st down and 10 with 7:17 to go.
Their quarterback, credit to their quarterback. He's thrown some good balls.
Right.
I mean, he's obviously experienced.
Need to get a stop here, obviously. That was a big play in this ball game right there.
Now here's the Twins over, which they have not shown.
Yep, just gave them 5 yards. We got flipped over. We got our strong side over there.
So a 5-yard penalty on Westfield will set them back, or set them forward, excuse me. It'll be 1st and 5.
First and 5, yep, for the Knights. We've got to really bow our neck, and we need a negative play.
This has been a drive of helping
it really
Bethlehem out.
It really has. I mean, other than the one little corner route, they really haven't connected on anything. There's a little
speed option.
And it really was never an option. I mean, he couldn't have pitched it. The guy was in front of him.
Cole Miller in on the play. Who's that on the ground? Is that Seth Andrews? Yep.
Luke White.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 2. They picked up about 2.5 on the play.
I would key number 5 right here because he's about to carry it, I would imagine.
This would be a good time for Westfield to pick up a turnover. They haven't had one here tonight.
I think this might be their only second snap under center.
And they go sneak last time they did it. Oh,
that's a gutsy play call.
Fumble, and Westfield has it.
What a break. I didn't even see it once it got lost in the action.
Yeah, he lost it, got it punched out on the way down, and the Hornets come away with it. That's going to be number 25, I think. Trey
Hardy.
Trey Hardy, maybe?
He's 25 is Trey Hardy.
Sometimes I have that power. I have a little bit of Fitz magic in me, but not as much as the guy down on the
I tell you, that
sidelines.
was timely. Because we were on our heels a little bit, and then that was going to be a first down.
I think he just got hit on the way down. He knew that he picked up the first down. And he was trying to go to the ground, and the ball he got hit from behind, got popped out.
It was an odd-looking play.
Yeah, I think it was a busted play, to be honest with you, because either that or a naked out of a double wing formation is kind of odd.
There's the sweep again to.
Good ball by Seth Andrews.
Blackman's got
Good
that
start
gear, man.
by Brody McDaniel.
You getting 10 yards of carry in the run game.
On that play, too. Not that isn't an explosive play, or produces explosive plays, but it's pretty simple handoff. Just block the man in front of you and able to get upfield. And as you said, he's got that next gear.
He was evidently out of bounds short of the first down. It's second and a long one, but I thought he had it. But interesting there, Kirkley went to the sideline to get the play, and I don't know if there was something Coach needed to tell him, or because sometimes Kirkley, I've noticed, will see something and say, hey, Coach, I think we got something here.
So handing the ball off to Blackman again, and he's got out in the open field. He's running away from people, and he may score. He's inside the 10.
Did he get there?
Out at the 3.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no, they gave it to him. He scores. Wow. What a play. That goes for 69 yards, and the Hornets are a point away from tying it up. What a run.
Yeah, we just talked about the extra gear, and really they had 2 players that had an angle on him right there, and he just outran it.
Yep.
So the question I have about that is, is there a significant enough numbers advantage for the Hornets that it's going to start playing a factor in terms of conditioning and whatnot, or wear and tear?
We have a numbers advantage.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't know that we have a numbers advantage of guys that play. I'd have to really do the math on that. I know we've got, 4 or 5 defenders that don't play offense, maybe.
Right.
Depends on how much both teams throw the ball. The game gets longer when you stop the clock with incomplete. Well, even though Bethlehem hadn't had a ton of incompletions.
Right. But just like that, we're barely 6 minutes gone here in this third quarter, and the Hornets have tied it up. And that with a fumble on their opening possession. That's pretty impressive for an offense that the last 3 possessions they had before their first scoring drive of this half, they'd have 3 turnovers in a row.
Absolutely, and I think the message from in that last possession, like I said, I really think we've got 4 or 5 defenders that don't play offense, and at least not primarily, but The message from Kinsler during that last offensive possession to his defense was, guys, look, the last 2 possessions, they haven't done anything that we haven't given them. They hit the one corner.
Right.
But everything else has been penalties. There were mistakes that we've made. Eliminate that, and let's put them away.
Another thing on that numbers advantage, how much is it of an advantage if you have a lot of those defensive guys on the sideline during your offensive possession to talk to them?
Oh, that's huge.
Absolutely.
To be able to get in their ear and say, hey, here's what we're saying from the sidelines.
Good contain, Billy Jack, and stuck him there,
and
too.
Harper Shelton, Billy Jack and Harper, big hits.
It just seems like there's starting to be a little bit of an intensity dial up for the Hornets.
Mo.
It's like they have dialed it up a little bit, and now all of a sudden they're playing with a lot of swagger.
Yeah, that momentum has definitely got on a green jersey right now.
So you hope that if you're Westfield, you can sustain that, and that you haven't spent all that energy trying to climb back in the game. But you're here now. You might as well finish the job.
Yep. Well, yeah, you fight back. Come this far.
Westfield defends Adams. Adams picks up, we'll call it 3 on the play.
Luke and Luke Bryant. I mean, what did I say?
Luke Bryant.
Yes.
Don't sing us a song after the game.
Luke White and Brady Greer on the tackle.
So right now to bring up 2nd down and we'll call it 6.5, 7.
Just hope my brother didn't hear that and text me, shooting me texts. He's probably cracking on me now.
Yeah, we know you like the skin-tight jeans. It's okay.
Skinny jeans.
Yep. 4:47 to go here, 3rd quarter. Handoff to Adams.
That's a great job by Cole Miller.
Attacking the
and
block
chasing
there.
down from the backside.
Forcing the edge. And I know he didn't get credit for that tackle, but he should.
And then Luke White again on the tackle.
I tell you, man, those interior tackles get up and down the line of scrimmage. Luke particularly, but, I mean, I give Seth and Tanner their credit as well.
So 3rd and 6 here for the Knights. 3rd and 5.5, we'll call it.
We're playing a little more violent defensively than we were earlier.
Well, you could see a little bit more thinking going on in the first half. Maybe just more downhill playing right now.
Now how are we going to defend the passing game? That's a little screen.
Screen, come up, make the tackle, and not able to get it. Breaks the tackle.
And what a block by 67 on our sideline.
And he may go all the way. Trey Hardy running him down, and a tackle right there. That is number –
flag down here on our sideline at the 31.
Is that Greer who
Brady
made the tackle?
made the tackle. Trey Hardy kind of forced him back.
Adams is down, and he's back up now. One of their linemen was signaling for somebody to come in off the sideline, so I thought maybe it was a pretty apparent injury. But looks like we got a flag at the 44-yard line. We'll see what the call is. This is
Blocking
normally
the back. Yep.
And that will bring it back. That's kind of big, but still it's going to be a first down.
That'll be a 10 yards from that spot?
That's going to at least take it across the 50 back to the 46 or so yard line. 45, we'll call it.
I tell you, when you're an opposing.
Block in the back, is that a 10 or a 15-yard penalty?
I thought it was 10.
Yeah.
It's 10. There's a when you're on the opposing sideline, you hate those calls on the other team's sideline because you just know the coaches were like, hey, look, right there.
That's why a lot of people run a lot of those plays on third down to your sideline. To your own sideline.
You should see how unbalanced it is in middle school football. There were some games where Coach Farmer and I couldn't even see hardly any of the plays of the game. They were running the other way the whole time.
Yep. You don't want that old holding call.
So first down and 10 at the 45-yard line of their own.
It's time to get an interception.
Rolling to his left, Reed looking to pass. Gonna throw it on the corner pattern again, and he's out there.
They have run that. It's a smash scheme. People, like a out and a smash. They've run that over and over on us, and I think we're just, in straight man. Well, I don't know if it's the coverage or we just don't seem to have much pressure in that half rollout deal.
I thought we did a good job of kind of containing him, but that's containing the quarterback is not pressuring the quarterback. That's what you're talking about, Coach.
We're not really going after him. We're not,
and it's tough. I mean, you can't go after him every play. So.
And let's give their offensive line some credit. They've kept him pretty clean.
Yep. And he's throwing some great balls.
So Reed going to hand the ball off to Adams up the middle, and he's dropped after a short gain.
Brady and Cole Miller.
So second down and we'll call it second down and 8.
Dean Massey coming in.
We're under 3 minutes to play.
Kind of banged up.
Looks like we've got an official timeout down on the sidelines. Cameron Kalmbach going to come off the field.
Maybe a lower leg injury. He's kind of favoring one.
And he's coming off of an injury-riddled week. Hopefully it's nothing too serious for him.
No, I told me earlier this week he felt 100%, so.
Second down and 8 sends a man in motion. That's Adams, who's running towards the line of scrimmage, but probably.
And that was a new.
Picked off.
Brody McDaniel.
Wow, Brody McDaniel steps in front of the swing pass out to the back, and he's going to go for a touchdown.
Look at Noah Blackman chasing him down the sideline. That's beautiful.
Wow. Huge play. Wow, that's such a momentum.
Mr. Carroll down in the corner of the end zone getting some high fives. Almost on the track.
And that may end up being the play that turns the game.
It's, we kind of hit on that earlier that we thought.
You called it, man.
The turnovers would be the key.
You called it.
And it was time for an interception. He kind of telegraphed that, but we throw out in the flat to your right as a right-handed quarterback.
Yeah.
But when you turn your shoulders as a quarterback to throw back to the right, you telegraph what you're doing.
And he was kind of shielded, too, from being able to see Brody break on the play because Brody kind of came out of nowhere, but he was almost baiting him.
Like a rocket.
That was a new scheme for them. They went tailback motion then out of the backfield.
And he was coming towards the line of scrimmage, too.
And we hadn't seen that. They hadn't.
And I did see that call. You don't see it a whole lot called. They give a lot of leeway. But I saw that called in the Cincinnati Navy game last week.
And it should be called.
It should be because it is
an advantage.
It's not a arena football.
There you go. Uh-oh.
And that kick is no good.
And in a game like this, you never know, that may loom large.
Yeah, the excitement over maybe affected the touchdown maybe affected the kick there on the PAT, but nonetheless, Westfield scores 6, goes ahead. That just may leave the Hornets on their next touchdown chasing points.
True. Of course, Brody had just gone 70 yards or more. Gosh, more than that, maybe
85. I think
85
is what
yards on the pick six. He probably was a little winded.
According to the official stat mind over here, Mr. Jimmy Beelan, who is always here. When you ask Coach Fowler the test question on that one, he puts long way. That's how many yards. Long way.
He's a simple man.
Quan Smith, amongst others. A lot of good, good football teams over in Macon County.
I played with a lot of those guys. Man, I'll tell you, when I was a kid, some good guys, football players. Antonio Cochran was one of them. Played at Georgia. That's where you need to kick it right there.
Ball fielded at the 15-yard line, trying to get upfield. That's number 14. That's
Greer.
Elijah Goddard. And he is tackled down at about the 34?
Some of that. He didn't make the tackle, but Carson Martin stuck his face mask right in somebody's chest. So I promise you, he left an impression, if nothing else.
There's nothing wrong with doing that in a football game. You don't see that a whole lot anymore.
I'm sure Carson's facial expressions never changed.
No, he's always the same.
The stoic one himself.
Probably didn't have much to say either.
We need
hold Carson.
Did you guys happen to see the push to change the bullpen to the?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Eliminate the word bullpen. What they're trying to shut the pitcher? What do they say?
Change say that it was insensitive to
animals, to bulls,
to cows.
Bishop Smallwood there.
Ooh, knocked him down. Great play right there by Smallwood. And that was Goddard again, number 14. I wonder if we don't see Adams out on the field. I wonder if maybe he had a.
You mentioned he got up slow a little bit. Yeah,
that's big. If he's hurt, he's standing over there by the coaches.
Well, just keeping you informed. The Braves have the bases loaded with one out in the inning.
Go Braves!
And they're already up. They already got a run in the inning, so could be huge.
You're gonna make me turn it on my phone and watch.
I can't do that.
Go Braves!
Go Braves! 1:43 to go here in the third quarter. Rolling to his right. Looking to throw.
Smash scheme again.
Same.
Throwing it out.
Corner
and that's
route.
number 8, Chandler Cavaretto.
It's the corner scheme from the second receiver from the sideline. And we had Cooper Avery coming off the edge, but the right tackle did a good job of pass protection.
I wonder if that right tackle's got some college prospects because he's got good size and he's played a really good game. He's been going head-to-head with Cole Miller a lot, and I'm not going to say he shut Cole down. That's certainly not the case, but he's had a good night.
So let's see if Westfield can come up with some magic yet again. Sending a man in motion. They're going to give it to Goddard.
Got it strung out.
Looks like we're getting held.
McDaniel, yep.
I thought 55 was holding 18, but
a loss of a yard on that play, though. If he got held, it didn't matter because it just freed up space for Brody McDaniel to get in there and make the tackle.
Cooper did a really good job of stringing that out, though.
I want to be careful not to say anything, too aggressive here, but that wouldn't make me happy with the way that kid went down. He just kind of just gave himself up. Put your head down and give me a yard. You guys see that? Was that just me?
No, I saw it. I just didn't mind because it was in favor of the Hornets.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm just saying, if I'm the coach, I'm thinking, come on, man.
That's actually a loss of 2. Snap back to Reed, rolling here to the right, and looking to throw. Going to step up, throws.
Powers,
picked
yes,
off.
sir.
Ryan Powers finally read one and got it. He's going to be tackled at about the 16, 17-yard line of the Hornets.
Flags down here at midfield, some extracurriculars. I think it's on them.
I think it's going to be on them. Cooper Avery is in my study. He's a mild-mannered guy. Good football player, but I would doubt he took any. Yeah, it's on them. So that's going to be a big turn of events, 15 yards plus the ball. And at that time, we were in the high side pocket of the receiver on the corner. And Powers and if he wouldn't, the ball was a little long, so it played into his hands, but he could have gone up and made the play over his head. Braves update?
No. Looks like they got 2 outs in the inning. Duval play resulting is what it's saying. If ball was in play, they didn't strike out. That's good. But
dinger. Come on, call it.
No, not a dinger.
Yeah, he spoke something else into existence. So what was the interception?
Yes.
All right. Can you go, Coach Farmer, get some extra cash? Can you just say it?
Coach Farmer wins the lottery?
You have to play the lottery to win it, right? It is fun to dream sometimes. We buy tickets once in a blue moon.
Please don't win the lottery.
You start thinking, well,
people who win the lottery have miserable lives after they win the lottery.
Oh, it's all in.
I'll take my chances. I'm just kidding.
It wouldn't be miserable like the whole time. We got an advantage to the right side here if we can run it. Yeah, that's something there. Cut it up. There was a hole pre-snap on that side. I thought he had a bigger play if he cut it back a little bit. But they had lined up 3 down linemen to our left of the center.
That may be the last play of the quarter.
They will probably have to run one more play. What's the play clock say? Is the play clock?
Duval fouled out.
No, never
it's
mind.
going to run out. Or, I mean.
Oh, so inning over?
They're going to play it.
No. Darno's up now, and he's already hit a double, but he doesn't have but one hand. So.
Well, if he's already hit a double, that's probably all he's going to get.
That's what I'm saying. He expended. Westfield's able to storm back. They scored 3 times there in the third quarter, and they now have the lead 30.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary art, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y. I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Tri High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance. For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
And welcome back inside the Hornets' Nest. Westfield has the football moving, and they're going to hand the ball off to Porter Falk. 2 hands on the ball. Good job right there. And he picks up an easy first down.
Oh, I love it when linemen get up flexing.
Good blocking.
Yeah, Hudson McGee really got up. Good block and came up
It just
excited
seems like
about it.
Hudson McGee should just be able to lean on somebody. He's a big fella.
Yep. There's some beef up there.
Athletic guy, too. Basketball player. Power forward.
Set down at 10.
Tuck it high and tight.
And right now, that's one thing I was noticing. It seemed like maybe Bethlehem getting a little tired there in the third quarter. I wonder how much that's going to play a factor. You look at 51 down there, lots of hands on hips.
And we're playing a little depth. I see we've got William Smith in the game.
Pretty good job right there, Bethlehem.
Finally, for the first time, I think Bethlehem sold out to stop the run on that play. The previous plays, I mean, numbers-wise, they didn't have enough in the box to really stop us from getting positive. Maybe the last two plays, actually. But there's 3rd and 5 now. They're trying to finally.
A play we haven't seen a whole lot is that fake to the inside and then bring the like a Ryan Powers or somebody in tight out and just a little flat and just like the dump off pass that everybody runs, A
little play action.
Yeah, a little play action.
Here's the jet.
And they stun a guy.
And we broke it and probably going to get a first down out of it.
And then get a great block by Will Smith.
That is, he's
make it a touchdown.
Score. He scored.
Wow.
That is a great,
Any flags on the play? I can't
individual
see.
effort. I know we made a couple of good blocks too, but the individual effort.
Good for Will Smith. I mean, it's kind of unseen because he's back here away from the goal line, but around the 25, pushing his defender to our sideline.
And Blackman, just the extra effort there to continue to press forward.
I'll tell you, he has had a heck of a football game.
So you don't chase points. Oh, no, they may chase points here. They're in
the old polecat.
They're in the old Varsity Blues oop-de-oop or whatever it's called. And it's not going to go for anything. 40-28 is going to be your score. And Westfield will be up 12 here with 10 to go.
What time did this game start?
What'd you call it, polecat?
The old polecat. It was kind of.
Yep, that's what it's called. This little 3-down lineman. I tell you, a long time ago, 1990.
They didn't run the shotgun in 1992.
Listen to me, 1992. Fall of 92. No, listen to me. Westfield.
They were still in the single wing.
Westfield comes to Americas. Westfield comes to Americas. And they're in the offense you just saw every play.
Westfield?
Westfield.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Ronnie Jones was coach?
No, he was not.
Oh, I was about to say.
Jamie Watson. Jamie had graduated, I think. But anyway, the guy, Danny Perfect, whose children go to school here now, was the quarterback of that team and set the single-season passing record.
Wow.
Because they threw it every down. Now,
really?
I think Kirkley may break his record this year.
Wow.
But
that's impressive. Did they beat y'all is the question.
No. That's a hard no.
Hard no. Sounds like there's more to that story.
He reminds us often about those.
Y'all won state champs that year?
Southland Academy, 91-92, state champs. Westfield, I don't know the score. It was bad.
So 40-28.
Good kick.
And
good kick.
Ball positioned, angled to
Brooks
the
Barber.
number.
Yep.
And Barber down there. That's his second time.
Barber, Falk, Brady.
Just
Martin. Depth.
And again, that just going back to it, it just seems like there's been a mentality difference here.
Body language, right? Too, when you look at ours and theirs, and I'm sure their guys are tired. I mean, you look at both sides on the ball, a lot of dirty white jerseys and pants.
There's really, it's a 2-score game, and they've got the ball, and there's really a lot of time left. But, you start thinking a little bit about.
But doesn't it feel
we've got
it feels like a bigger
home.
lead than it is right now?
Yeah, a little bit. The way we've moved the football and the way they have not moved the football in the second half. I mean, it bears mentioning they have not scored since halftime.
Right.
And we've dropped, 26 points.
4 scores. Pass into the flat. That's number 18.
Yeah, we've had a hard time.
Lawson Wooten.
A hard time covering him tonight. Now, and it's no one guy. It's just,
And look, so their quarterback is accurate.
He really is.
And their receivers have
caught the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, other than him just throwing into traffic, throwing into a pass that Brody McDaniel was able to jump. Those are really the only two mistakes that they've made in the passing game.
Well, half sprint.
Got him.
Yep.
Oh,
Luke White
with the sack.
Now, see, that's a play that Ford early in the game escapes.
Yep.
But he's been hit a couple times. They're asking him to do a lot, moving the pocket and carrying the football.
And get a little tired, no saggy wet pants.
That's right.
That's a loss of 11 on the play. Second and 21.
I'll tell you what I'm surprised we have not seen, and I don't know that now's the time for it, but we have not seen Bethlehem run any type of trick play.
No trickeration.
And I really thought they would bust something out tonight.
Well, there is time left, Coach.
Dropping back to pass, looking to throw, going to throw it down the middle of the field, or no, throw it to the outside.
That's probably interference.
Yeah. They're going to call a flag on us.
Is that Billy Jack over there?
Yeah. Well, and it was, it was close, but you'd like to see him turn around and make a play on the ball there at the last minute.
I just
saved the flag there.
Such a bailout play call. I mean, I don't know. I hate that. I mean, everybody does it, but I hate it. You get second, third, and long, and you just throw the ball up hoping for a pass interference. It's not an automatic first down, though, is it?
It is not, I don't believe.
It is.
It is not.
So it'll be a second down and whatever the walk-off is.
Maybe 6.
Yeah.
First down. Right.
Oh, it stays first down. Yeah, that's right.
No, that was a sack on first down.
That's true.
It should be second down.
Yep.
Yeah.
You are correct.
They changed it. Yeah, the referee just turned around and told him to change it. Yep.
Oh, Brett.
Got my glasses on, guys. I can see.
He's like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? Bring these amateurs up here.
Nah. Ball thrown out into the flat. That'll be a first down more than likely. Looks like it's close.
We got it on it.
I got it a little short, but I don't know.
Depends on where he's marked it short.
He's marked it about a half a yard short.
Let's see if this guy in the middle of the field can find the mark short. Looks like it's going to be third down and 1. So.
And, Bethlehem last time looked uncomfortable under center. So.
Oh.
That is a good – Brady. Ooh, he flies to the ball. Brady getting involved. John, is that – who's 63?
Is that McPherson?
No, he changed numbers, I think. Gage Rollins, maybe.
Oh, Gage Rollins. Okay.
I wonder how much
Gage Rollins getting involved.
How much defensive players being aware of just big hits and tackling and how to do it has – allowed more players to get away from tackles and stuff like that.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Guys tackling with their head down.
Right.
I mean, it's all those things. A good back. You think about our quarterback, Kirkley. He makes those guys miss regularly.
Right.
Coming with a little bit blitz from the linebacker spot.
Throwing across the middle, nobody there. That ball was way.
I think they have to go for this. I mean, it's 4th and 8. I'm right at midfield, but I don't know if you give it back to us. I mean, I think we're just going to move down the field and kill the clock. I think
Coach, you mentioned the trick play.
Now would be the time, huh?
But, obviously it's not like you're running it on first, second, or third down. You're a little more weary of those things on 4th down. Could he go hook and ladder?
Yeah. I mean, that was the Ronnie Jones play he loved. That was his one trick play he always had kind of in this situation. It was usually 4th and 18 or so, he liked to call it. Nothing tricky there.
A little slant wheel.
Yeah. Little, yeah.
I remember one year that against John Millage here at the Nest, running that and it going for a touchdown. The hook and ladder here on the near sidelines.
Yeah, that was called at a different spot, though, if I remember correctly. That was like a 1st and 10, and we had worked it all week. That was 18 again, by the way.
I think Reagan Waller ran that in, if I remember
He probably did, out of the slot.
Yeah.
Yep. Probably Giles.
He did. Giles called it and pitched it, I think.
It's going to give him a free 5.
I don't think we jumped off, though, into the zone. I think they rocked back, maybe.
No, I think one of our interior linemen may have broken the plane.
Yeah, we got to clean those things up when you.
You can't be giving John Millage those free 5 yards next week for sure.
And I'm sure Coach Kinsler, that'll be a point of emphasis.
You hope. Oh, excuse me, Coach. You hope Luke White is going to be ready to come back maybe when we get back on offense. I'm looking on the sideline now to see if he's up and moving around. I don't see him on the bench, which is probably a good sign.
Pressure in there. Reed gets away from it.
And when the first guy misses and when the first guy misses and if we're in some type of man coverage, everybody's getting run off and
nobody's heads back around to find the quarterback.
You just got to break down.
Yeah, the first guy can't miss. I mean, you want to come, but
and if you do miss, you got to force him back inside where your help is. You can't let him break contain either.
The one good thing, and we talked about this a few weeks ago when did the game with you the first time, Coach Fowler, you're making them earn this drive and burn a lot of clock.
Yeah, you have.
I mean, you don't want to give up points, but if you give up points.
And we're switching and we're flipping again with the tight end. Sorry to interrupt you, Brett.
No, you're good.
You bring in pressure. Didn't
got
miss
him
that
this time.
Yep.
And he goes down. That's a Greer boy yet again.
Brian Greer, and he did a good job of staying on his high side shoulder so he couldn't escape.
And he didn't miss.
And that's right. And when you stay on that high side shoulder, he can't escape around you. He has to go underneath if he does make you miss, and you've got help inside.
Sometimes when you get down there to the field becomes your friend. They look uncomfortable because the field shrinks, and you don't have those corner routes, and you don't have the deep verticals. And
that's when if I'm a coach, I'm maybe reminding that
Okay,
there's a. I think that's going to be on
their right
them.
guard moved, but we flinched too. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna tell you what though. I don't know who it's on. It looks like it's on us. No, well, I don't. There it is on us. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what? They moved also, but it's second and goal from the 18 or was the 23.
Well, one thing that I have a problem with on that is if Westfield flinches, I still am. I'd be hard pressed to say that they're in the neutral zone. They line up. Yeah, that's pretty good, no doubt.
There comes 18. I'd find him.
Oh, hook and ladder. There it is. We called it. Wow, he went to it.
No, he didn't get in. He's out.
I think he got in.
Hook and ladder to the boundary.
Half-yard line.
Wow.
I mean, Coach Lane is running that. Look, at this point in the career, the hook and ladder for him is not a trick play. It's
4th and goal.
When he worked here, Brett, we had a playbook full of trick plays.
Really?
Never called them really. Maybe once every third game, something.
So they're under center here.
Sneak.
They get in, I think.
I haven't seen a call yet. Yep, there it is.
I always find it odd that they run up to see where he is. They have no idea when the knee touched or whatnot. They're just seeing, is he laying on the line?
Well.
So onside kick here, I'm assuming?
It gets interesting, doesn't it?
How many timeouts does each squad?
They got one timeout left.
One, so they're going to have to onside kick it, I would imagine. You don't. I mean, I guess you
with
don't
their
have
capability to throw the deep ball, I might would kick deep, but your defense has
but you've
not
got to
played
stop
well.
us, and you haven't done that. And I mean, especially in the run game.
You either have to let Westfield score quickly. I know you don't want to let them score, but if they're going to score,
if you're going to do all that, just onside kick now.
I agree, but I guess my point is you can't let Westfield have a 4-minute drive.
No, yeah, which probably lends itself to what Coach Fowler's saying. You know, I'm not as old as some other coaches, but back in
older than me, for the record.
Back in 1997, when I first got into this business, a pass was a trick play to me, or to the guys I learned under.
Right. Yeah, we threw the ball twice, threw them off the bus and back on the bus. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. I played under our offensive coordinator was Coach Tommy Seward. He coached at Tiff County Central High School under Gene Brody back in the day, and we didn't throw the ball a whole lot.
The games were over sooner too.
Oh yeah. Of course, we ran the out of the I formation primarily, but we did run some option stuff.
Yeah.
So, Coach Fowler's.
Listen,
what he loves.
I think I threw the ball more on the middle school team this year than I ever did as a football coordinator. Or
everybody loves the spread, man.
Yeah.
No, we had a guy that could spin it, and we had a couple guys that could catch it.
I think it's going to start. I made this prediction already, and you're starting to see a lot more tight end usage and double tights in college. I think it's going to start moving. Defensive have gone faster and smaller, leaner. I mean, in linebackers.
Cycling back around the other way.
Westfield's got all 10 guys up to defend for the onside kick.
And it's interesting. They're going 5 and 5.
Who is that deep? Is that Kirkley deep?
So they kind of try.
Oh, what a good hands, Bishop Smallwood. That ball was hit pretty hard right at him, and he made a good play.
They could have tried to go like Westfield did a few weeks back and kick it right at somebody on the front line.
Yeah, you'll drill him in the.
It would have almost been understandable if he lets that ball go. I mean, it might have gone all the way to Kirkley. It was hard, but that was a good play.
I think you may still see when people go to more downhill running and stuff, or it teeters back. You may keep a lot of the shotgun formation, but I think you're going to see a lot more power game come back in.
You're seeing that some. Gus Malzahn made, even with Cam Newton back, that's been several years ago now at Auburn, but, they're running really wing T.
You just made Coach Jones's day. Coach Ronnie Jones, Auburn, and wing T references.
Oh, he pulled it on the –
We got to make sure we hold on to the ball. That's
no doubt. Priority number one.
I can hear the coach coming out and Coach Farmer right there.
Well, we kind of get it loose in there.
The mesh has been a problem.
It makes me nervous thinking, to me it's almost – I haven't worked with them all season, so I don't know. Obviously there's a comfort level with it, but to me it's almost like there's no read here. Let's just give or let's just keep.
Well, we're certainly going to run the clock down here.
Well, you get 2nd and 8 there. You would like to pick up 4 or 5 if you could. Good play by them, but breaking tackles, Porter Falk.
Good hard run.
Just can't bring him down. 3rd and 6, we'll call it. And this is a big play in the game because you're Westfield, the clock is in your favor, but you also know how explosive Bethlehem has been in the game. You only have a 5-point lead.
They have, but the only thing they've really done in the second half is that last drive, and they had to earn it the whole way down the field.
Right.
So, I mean, if you have to kick it deep, the only thing that worries me about kicking it deep is we have yet to punt snap. We have yet to punt the entire game, and you kind of hate to come in here with 3 minutes left.
But do you throw it?
It's keep it running.
He's got it.
Great block by Trey Harding.
Tuck it and stay in bounds.
I like he gave up his body. Somebody just
Trey
leveled.
Just made a bad decision.
Yeah.
Cole Miller's in his ear.
He got the first down, though, so it really won't hurt you. I mean, it hurts you yardage-wise, but it's going to be 1st and 10, just 15 yards back.
You got to put your emotions aside and I know they're going to tell him that.
Trey's had a good game, but he's still young. He's a sophomore, and that's a valuable lesson learned. And sometimes learning that lesson right now in this moment, he may never do that again. The next 2 years, never have to worry about it.
I hope.
He was doing a really good job stop blocking that guy. I guess that's the old. I guess you should just say blocking the guy.
It's after the play, so you end up.
Yeah, it really doesn't hurt you that much.
That kind of looms a little different.
It does change things a bit, doesn't it? But I'm gonna tell you, we still got yardage in the run game getting north if we just run vertical. I think there's some seams in there.
Well,
they're creating that.
And holding on to the ball and and running clock is probably more of a priority than getting the first down.
I don't think they administered that right.
Well, they've changed it now. They're going back 1st and 10. I thought it was 1st and 10, but I mean, Coach Lane's not happy about it, which I understand.
It happened on the 4th down play. If it were to happen right now, it would then be 1st and 25.
That's what I thought as well, but, I'll be honest with you. Unless it's something egregious, I have always just let the referees administer penalties, and I just dealt with the results. And Coach Farmer's been doing this, even
You're
longer
very
than
laid
me.
back.
Well, I just feel like when it's done like that, they're not going to change their mind. You can maybe work a call for later, but I just feel like I've got to worry about the next play.
Oh, Lord, we're having more conferences.
I've never got upset at an official.
I've never have either.
It's true. True story. Let me slide over near you in case the lightning strikes here pretty soon.
It's a clear night. I don't see any clouds. I have to say,
that's a big break. If I
don't call them officials. I normally call them other names, so I'm true in my statement.
Oh,
true.
You should not take after me, kids.
That's a tough job, man. I wouldn't want it.
And for the little amount of money, great
stay in bounds. Stay in bounds.
Hold on to the ball.
You know, he's
got the that's a teachable moment right there, but he needs to just slide down right there.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the clock running.
He's kind of Kyler. What's the guy's name at the
Kyler Murray?
The way Hunter Kirkley carries the ball with one hand out in the open and kind of his
a little Manziel-ish.
Yeah, it's kind of
got a little Matt Corral in him from Ole Miss. Our best hitter strikes out with a runner on, Freddie Freeman. I love it.
What's the score?
1-0 still.
What quarter?
Ian Anderson must be.
We're heading to the 5th.
There we go. Protect the ball.
Who is that? That's not Porter. It is Porter. Sorry, I thought he had gloves on.
He was running awfully upright. He usually does wear gloves. Yeah, we've broken their will at this point. We've broken.
And I thought it may happen after they take the final timeout. You see that a lot of time with teams, that when that timeout goes and they know there's really nothing other than a strip to help out. But like you said, I think Westfield has been able to pound on them enough to finally get the floodgates to open a little bit here. We'll see if that continues. Obviously, ball security at a premium right here for the Hornets. Snap the ball, hand the ball off, and
touchdown.
Wide open to the middle field, makes a cut, gets to the end zone, and Westfield scores.
Boy, you pull that backside tackle, that left. I think who's the that's
tackle and guard.
So do you go for two here, or just go ahead and kick it?
I kick it.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Brody McDaniel's a little gimpy coming back on for the hold. I hope that's nothing. Obviously, it's not, or he wouldn't be in the game. But
he had the ankle injury earlier, didn't he? Or no?
I guess what it looks like it might be.
Was that Brody or Blackman who had the
Blackman? But he's been back in and good to go.
Oh, I see him now.
Ooh,
who's a backup holder?
Good question. Man, Jackson's gotten so much better.
He has.
Worked at that.
Working, kicking with confidence right now.
He's limping.
Who? The
Jackson.
kicker?
Got a little hitch in his giddy up.
Coach, that's a lot of work in one leg for the night. I mean, that's.
Hey,
yep.
I thought you were about
7 touchdowns? No, that's not right. Yeah, 7 touchdowns? No,
they
6.
scored 5 in the second half.
7 touchdowns, yeah.
Are you really asking you your tech guy?
Do what? Oh, the math?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was testing you. I wasn't asking you. I knew the answer.
You're testing me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm your sensei.
Oh my.
Yes, sensei. So that's like Karate Kid or something.
Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
Finish him off.
I watched about 5 episodes of that
You
series.
didn't like it?
And I liked it really for about 3 episodes, and then after that I was like, this is dumb.
You have bad taste. I mean,
Me?
I'm saying I don't like those movies either.
You didn't like Karate Kid?
I loved Karate Kid, of course.
Oh my goodness.
You kidding me? Of course I did.
Wax on, wax off.
You did it all for the glory. I was talking Karate Kid 2, I think, actually.
Mine was Cruel Summer. How's it go? It's a cruel.
Bananarama was the band. Bananarama.
I got to be honest, I don't recognize the song. I don't know if it's because I don't know it or you're just that bad of a singer.
Probably the latter. It's a cruel
summer.
Oh, my God.
You never heard that song?
Oh, I've never heard the song.
It's when they're going to golf and stuff.
I'm remarking
You know when they go to golf and
remarking
stuff?
about
to
how
go to the
the song
arcade?
is so unrecognizable with you guys.
I almost went to that golf and stuff. It's still open. It's in Norwalk, California when I went out there, TDY, because I was on this big movie kick. I was going around to these different places. I went to the Wonder Years house.
Oh, yeah, like that.
So you gotta wonder what I guess Bethlehem will just keep chunking. I mean, that's what they do.
I saw something the other day about the Wonder Years, by the way.
Yeah, they're having a remake of it.
Yeah, but it's a little different this time. But
he's slipping and sliding.
So the Wonder Years, the Wonder Years was shown in the 80s about people that were in it, but it was set in the 50s, right? Or something like that.
Set in the 60s and 70s, yeah.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Around the Vietnam era.
We're further removed from the time the Wonder Years was airing
than they were
when
wow.
yeah.
You guys telling me we mentioned Caddyshack, Smokey and the Bandit, Tombstone, and y'all talking about the Wonder Years.
You didn't like the Wonder Years?
Weenie was quite the looker.
I don't know. My ADD probably kicked in and probably turned it off.
I can't believe
he lived on a lake growing up. He was probably out riding fancy boats and jet skis and stuff. I'm slumming.
I had a John boat.
I'm slumming it with a shovel.
I had an aluminum John boat, and all of a sudden you have me living like
boom, good stick right there, Trey.
Yep.
But 18 catches another ball. His stats are going to be impressive into the night.
I imagine Coach Farmer had like a Polk High School football shirt, from
his John
Al
boat.
Bundy.
He had a John boat and a little Johnson motor on it, and he's like grumpy old men fishing, looking for the big. What they call the big fish? Grumpy old men. Remember that?
I just don't remember those.
I can't believe y'all missed my Married with Children reference. Polk High School.
Al Bundy?
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I didn't catch it. Heard you say Polk.
When you say Bundy. Yep.
Al Bundy.
Yeah. Yep. we got a Married with Children reference coming from down the desk there.
Oh man.
Oh, that was just you? That's Mr. Dale.
Oh my goodness. That show is so funny.
Sorry folks, we're getting a little loose in the home
stretch.
Listen,
no. I mean, if you can't enjoy Al Bundy, I don't know.
Relaxing. It's on a little tense there for a while with the Hornets pulling away by 12 a little.
So it looks like we maybe had
better.
a holding penalty on the. So that's going to take it back to 1st and 20. Bethlehem 2 up there.
It says second down, but I don't know if it's correct or not. But Bethlehem does have the one timeout left if they want to use it. They need a quick score, obviously.
I don't know, but Anderson must be dealing because, I don't know.
Yeah, big boy moved.
I don't want to jinx him, but he's in top 5th, and he's only has 75 pitches, and he's doing pretty well.
Oh, you're not saying the words? Is that what you're saying? Are you not saying the words?
No. He doesn't have a no.
Okay.
No. I'm just saying he's dealing right now.
Well, against that lineup, 1-0 is not enough.
With Coach Fowler being a Tech fan, let's see how committed to the Braves he is, because I know he wants the Braves to win it all.
No doubt.
Coach Fowler, if we said we'll guarantee you.
What do you got to sacrifice here?
He's got to sacrifice Georgia winning it all as well. And
would you sacrifice Georgia with a national championship this year for the Braves to win the World Series?
No, I'm not ready to make that concession.
Love it. These guys.
We broke on the ball there.
I knew I liked you guys, but now I love you.
No, back to the question. Would you sacrifice having to listen to all the Georgia fans?
Here's what's crazy. Georgia fans are so obnoxious. No offense, Georgia fans listening, and I know you're all getting mad at me right now. And it's not all of you. You just have a few that give you a bad rap.
Sitting next to you? I mean.
One. And also my two brothers. But, yeah, that's fine. I want my Braves to win it, so I would concede the.
Has 18 ever dropped a pass in his life?
Not in his life.
Goodness gracious, he's got good hands.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit like 18. You guys remember, Coach, was it me and you that called the Terrell game, or was it me and you? Me and you.
Me and you called the Terrell game.
The kid that called all those balls for Terrell. It's the same. It's like the same guy.
Yeah, they cloned him.
Did he transfer?
Yeah, they cloned him.
Maybe he did.
He must have some of those. I don't know. Some of those Grayson.
I'll tell you what, though,
Grayson
man,
transfers up in
you
Atlanta.
don't want to give up a score here. You're up 12.
You would rather not have to have the
and then
hands
have to
come
sweat an onside kick, and all they need to do is score a touchdown.
That's hilarious coming from a Georgia Tech fan, considering y'all got 2 last week. Sinning a lot there on that one. Flushes it to his
There's
right.
that corner
Same
scheme
route.
and
And
what?
picked off.
Did we get it?
Yep.
That's going to be ball game.
That's
There.
Oh, wow.
He called him.
Oh, that's a penalty. I don't know how that's not a catch. I knew that got the unsportsmanlike penalty because he slammed the ball down. But look, I can't. I'm not going to sit here and say I condone any outburst. But that's a legit interception from what I could tell. And Noah obviously thought it was legit, so I can understand his frustration.
It's an emotional game.
I didn't see anything that made me think that wasn't a completed
The only thing
pass.
I can see was as he was sliding, did the ref think it was loose a little bit in there? It looked like he cradled it and secured it and just slid out of bounds.
The 15 yards hurt you now.
I don't mean to say anything bad about the officials, but I would doubt that they probably had the advantage to see that the ball was moving.
Yeah,
he probably just was like, oh, he's 4 yards into the sideline over there. He probably wasn't in bounds. That's the only thing I can come up with. Looked like he had at least a foot in.
Well, if, in the interest of being fair, I'm not taking the side of the official, certainly, but he did have a little better view than we did. But it looked pretty good to me, man. I don't know. And for Noah to react like that is, he's usually a pretty chill guy. So
taking a lot of time here. The clock's not moving.
Yeah,
but
and they've got.
Setting up a screen.
Look at there. Cole Miller smelled it out. He kind of.
Oh, flags.
That's coming back. You got a holder or block in the back here or something.
Tackle made by.
That's going to end up.
Luke White.
Yeah, he tracked him down from behind. My feet are freezing.
Yep.
Why did I wear shorts?
I was wondering that.
Wasn't a smart move on my part.
But, you kind of.
I got a lot of beef to back it up, but still.
Well, you said your father coached, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a mark of a
coach's son being a moron? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, like coaches wear shorts.
Hey, Andrew. Hope you're enjoying this podcast.
Love you, Dad. Old school. There's an old school reference.
That's right.
There's no telling what Andrew's doing tonight, right?
He is probably at a Bible study. I'm hoping.
Well, that's good.
Hoping he's at a Bible study.
I just equate college kids, Statesboro, Georgia. Probably not a whole lot of good going on.
I think he's probably started a new Bible group.
That's good.
I do love my son. I hope he's making good decisions. I'm sure he is. He was talking about some academics today. Chemistry, I think, is kicking his tail a little bit right now. But my man's holding on. He's holding on.
Hey, chemistry ain't no joke now. What happened? Did they have 5 personal fouls?
Well, it'd be 10 yards from the spot. So,
right guard
moved again. He sure did.
And who's 43?
That's going the wrong way.
43 is John McPherson for us getting involved. And
he's quick. It's
Cole Miller.
I'm assuming that's some sort of quick rush package, what we call the Russians, Coach?
Yeah, the Russians.
Wow. Sorry, I don't know. I pay attention to the public bet on this. 80% of the public bet on the Braves to cover.
What was the line? What was the cover?
It's 1.5 like it normally is, the run line. 62%. What did they know something we didn't know? Maybe I shouldn't be so nervous.
There's 18, but tackle. There we go. We got him.
He's not going to cough the ball up. He didn't drop it, so he's not coughing it up.
There's under 20 seconds. That's going to be your game.
That's pretty
they probably won't run another play.
They got a timeout.
Down 12, though.
Yeah. And Westfield will move to 7-1 in a game that really was a lot tougher than we probably thought it might be. We thought it would be pretty tough early on, but Bethlehem really gave the Hornets all that they wanted and more. So we'll quickly go into our Westfield Booster Club postgame show. And as far as our player of the game, brought to you by Sonic, I don't know. We got a lot of
Noah
of
Blackman had put up a lot of yards, and shout out to Brody McDaniel on the big pick and key moment in the game.
Yeah, that was huge.
But I think Noah Blackman with his rushing yards and passing yards combined, he had to be over 200 yards of offense by himself.
So we'll give it to Noah Blackman. Again, I'd like to thank Coach Farmer and Coach Fowler for joining me. Also like to thank J.J. Siegel for helping us out up top on the camera. And hopefully if y'all can or if you want to, have you back next week. And we'll do the biggest game of the season so far coming up.
Sure
we
is.
have the
Looking forward to
Trojans from Milledgeville, from John Millage, coming down to coming down to Perry. Goodness gracious.
We'll take the dub if they do that.
You had me talking about Andrew of Statesboro, coming down to Perry to take on the Hornets. It'll be for a region championship.
A big, great atmosphere next week.
Yeah,
sure will.
So there'll be a lot of folks here. It'll be the game of the year, probably in GISA up to this point, and hopefully Westfield can exact some revenge from last year. But thanks, guys, for helping out, and again, can't wait till next week. I'll give you all the final words.
All right. You want some words?
Oh, no, I was just going to give y'all a chance to say anything about the game.
Just enjoyed the game. I like the way we battled back. We were able to really, erupt kind of in the second half. We scored